Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I did any sort of a video like this, talking to the camera video, let's say. But I'm gonna try and get one done every week now from now on, but it will be in a vlog style from now on going forward. I think it is more in line with my experience as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, athlete, whatever you want to call it, guys who practice the sport and martial art. But anyway, from my white belt experience, obviously. Right, well, let's get into it. This vlog is going to cover the last few weeks of my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training journey. Everything like that, everything that's been going on in the last few weeks, from the skipping, from classes to no-gi to gi, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, yes, I will start with, the skipping, I suppose. I'll start with that. Skipping is going really well. I am seeing minor improvements in my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu thanks to the skipping, but it's only early days yet. It is affecting my footwork and my general conditioning and my fitness. So I will keep going with that, and I'll see how that goes. Basically, my back these days isn't great. I've started to do a lot of mobility work for my lower back and for the hips and everything, along with my rehab work that I'm doing for the elbow. So hopefully that'll kick in soon enough, and I won't be in as much pain. But I am in a good deal of pain now at the minute with the lower back. I haven't trained this week due to the back pain. I've kept the skipping up because the back doesn't really affect the skipping. It's when I'm moving around, or if I turn, or if I'm sitting for too long and stuff like that. And when first thing getting up out of bed in the morning, for about the first 2 hours, I am crippled with pain until I get up and going. But we will struggle through that, and hopefully the mobility work will help, and hopefully the skipping will help that as well. It'll help get me in shape. But as for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu side of things, folks, I was doing no gi for a few weeks due to the elbow. I transitioned back to the gi because I love the gi and I can't get away from it anymore. No gi is a hell of a lot better for the elbow. It does not stress it whatsoever. There is no grip issue, none of that sort of crack. The only thing you have to worry about is if you get caught in an armbar that's going to annoy your elbow. But I went back to the gi and I'm having a lot of fun. Now I was back to the gi for a week and then the back went, so fuck it. Unfortunately, I was having more luck with the no gi, with the body, but I think it's just a matter of getting onto the mats continuously and getting the body adjusted to it again, adjusted to the slower pace and the more strength that's used in the gi. But yeah, that is the gi. Actually, that's pretty much it for the gi and no gi. Now, going back to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu aspect of everything, I had a massive, and I mean a massive, case of imposter syndrome for weeks when I joined the no-gi. It was the advanced no-gi, and I was getting on okay in certain classes, but then other classes, guys were just smashing me left, right and centre. I would be doing a move and I'd be doing it at my own pace, if you know what I mean, and I'd stop to think of a few seconds of what to do next, especially in live scenarios, and I'd get swept and just smashed and submitted within seconds. And it made me think, what the hell am I doing at this class? It's one of the other reasons I went back to the gi, actually, and the gi is the beginner class, but it isn't neither here nor there. I could have kept going with the no-gi. I like the no-gi, but I just preferred the gi. I had this ages ago back when I actually transitioned over to the advanced gi as well. So yeah, but there is blues and browns in the gi beginner as well, so you get a mixture of everything. But I just found that I was just getting smashed to pieces in the no-gi advanced class, and it just went into my head. Now I know it is just in my head at the end of the day. I was just beginning actually with no-gi, so it's gonna be a completely different ball game compared to gi. You lose your grips, you lose fucking everything. So in that respect, let's just put it this way. When I find the time, I'll be doing the two of them. If I can get to training 3 times a week in the future, hopefully, I'll hopefully get in 2 gis, 1 no-gi, and then 2 no-gis, 1 gi, and alternate like that throughout the weeks. That is my plan anyway, at some stage, whenever everything settles down with the back and the elbow and everything. Perfect case scenario is I'll be training 3 days a week. Now, I have picked up Hodger Gracie's, I've subscribed to Hodger Gracie TV because I like the way he breaks down stuff, and I like the way he talks and stuff like that, and how thorough he is when he's talking about techniques. I have bits and pieces off BJJ Fanatics, and that is excellent, but when you get something from BJJ Fanatics, it is a mountain of bloody information in whatever you buy, and it is very hard to digest and break down. But with Hodger Gracie's stuff, it seems to be a little bit more easier to digest, and he seems to talk through everything through systems, not techniques. So I am very, 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 very much looking forward to diving into that in the future. And I will give you guys and girls my first impressions and what I think of Hodger Gracie's Hodger Gracie TV in the future as well. I'm not going to give it straight away because I need to dig my teeth into it for a while. But it has about 1,500 videos plus, so, and that is between instructionals and live matches where he breaks down what's happening, so that should be very interesting to look at as well. At the minute I'm looking at the white belt toolkit, or toolbox, whatever it's called, but that seems to be focused on survival for the beginners, which for me is definitely a must, because I had a class there not so long ago in the gi, and a guy my level absolutely fucking smashed me, but this guy's living on the mat for the last while I've been off and on with injuries, and he has a lot more mat experience. But anyway, he's younger as well, so, and I don't know his life scenarios, but he is, and he's also a lot more aggressive than I am. I need to definitely change the way I approach live rolling scenarios. I can't be as passive and defensive anymore. I need to focus on attack. He'd get down in positions and I wouldn't be able to do a thing. My escapes are, I know how to escape. I do know how to escape. It's just I found it very hard, and it depleted my gas tank, something fucking horrible. And when I did manage to escape and bring him into close guard, now before anyone says it, I know he actually submitted me twice from my fucking close guard. He got me in a punch choke, and instead of doing the smart thing and armbarring him, I can't remember what I did, but I got submitted because he got a punch choke on me and it was nearly lights out. He stacked me and got a punch choke, and instead of either triangling him or armbarring him, I tried to break the choke instead, which was stupid. I should have just went and submitted him and made him pay for that. But I have learned from that experience, and the instructor actually pulled me to the side and said, "You shouldn't have been caught in that. I know you know how to escape. I know you know how to deal with it. I don't know if the pressure got to you, or if it's been so long since you were actually in a live rolling scenario that it just didn't click, but you should not have got caught like in that. You shouldn't have been submitted in close guard, basically." So he went over variations of arm bars, from shotgun arm bars to regular arm bars to triangle entries, from all this stuff. So I got a hell of a lot out of that. That guy is not going to have it easy with me the next time, or he won't have it as easy. He is hyper aggressive and he hunts to kill, which is the way he should be doing it. I think he's a little bit, no, I'm not even going to go there. He's as aggressive as he needs to be to get the job done. I just need to take a page out of his book going forward. And my top game is okay. I can get to mount, I can get to all that crack. I get swept easily, alright, fair enough. I'm hoping Hodger Gracie's stuff will be able to fix any of that sort of crack, and I will be asking my instructors fucking heaps of questions from now on. But yeah, guys, this is going to be this week's update vlog in a nutshell. I'll try to do one every once a week during the weekend. Either it'll be going up Friday, Saturday or Sunday, and it'll be a vlog style video of my experience and my thoughts, and if I have any tips or tricks, guys, I will drop them in short form throughout the week. But at the minute my skipping is taking over heavily. with editing and getting everything done and trying to keep up with the back pain and everything else. My mind is just not able to focus on multiple videos per day, if you know what I mean. And I'll break down actually in another few weeks. I want to really get back into jits and see how the skipping is actually faring out, but I am definitely seeing some improvements in my balance, my coordination, and to a certain extent my strength and my conditioning. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day out there. It is absolutely savage weather here in Ireland today, in Longford. So if anyone sees this, drop in the comments below where you are and how you're getting on, and were you training this week, what are you working on, are you planning to compete? I am planning to compete, and God knows fucking when, but at the very least there is a comp coming up in November, a grappling industry, which is round robins, which I want to focus on going forward just to get the experience in. But there's a few other ones coming up as well before that, and if I can get fit enough for that. Now, I know a lot of people out there will say just jump in, but my body needs to be able to handle the demands of competing. I can't go out and compete one day, first match get broke up, and then I'm off work for 3 or 4 weeks due to a back strain or worse. So I need to get prepared properly, unfortunately, and at the minute I've wanted to compete in May. That didn't come about because of an injury. And then there was something else in June or something, at the end of June I think, that I didn't get to do either because I was still struggling with that injury back then. So I am trying to get my mobility down and to fix this fucking elbow, and then hopefully with all that in and the skipping and the mobility work, hopefully I should be better, far fucking better than I am right now. This has been a long fucking vlog, folks. I am sorry for that. This has been the Patchwork Grappler, everyone. Safe rolling out there and have fun. Bye bye.